to the world. Subscribe now to the Hot 97 YouTube channel. It's Ebro in the Morning with Laura Stiles and Rosenberg.
We're just asking a simple question because it's voting season. People are out voting early today. The lines were long over the weekend. They're not so long during the week because obviously people are at work. Israel, who'd you vote for and why, man?
Yeah, I voted for Biden, man. Out of the two clowns, I voted for Biden, man. That's the best option right now.
And why? And why? Just because you feel like it was a more sensible option?
Yeah, I mean, just Trump just created too much chaos in the country, man. And, Biden is just a step towards the right direction, at least, for some of the issues we have in the country right now.
I appreciate that. Let's go to Kate on line 6. Kate on line 6, who'd you vote for and why? Early voting is out. It's voting season. Kate.
Good morning, Ebro.
Good morning. Who'd you vote for?
Trump.
You voted for Trump and why?
Biden has no stimulus on the middle class. He's going to be raising taxes. I believe in the laissez-faire approach to the free market, and it was strictly based on finances.
And you think Trump is set up and prepared to help the middle class?
Absolutely. He has. Look at the market in the last 4 years. Unfortunately, he's done wonders for the market.
The market isn't about helping the middle
Rosenberg,
class.
we're not going to debate people. The market, most people are in the market aren't in the middle class. But thanks for your call, Kate.
Why aren't we going to debate people?
Because, man, she voted already. It's already done.
But she's an idiot. That didn't make sense.
See?
Don't insult the listeners.
See? You see?
Don't insult the listeners? Don't say something insulting.
Kate,
that's insulting. That's ridiculous.
You have to think. The one percenters and the high corporations create jobs for the middle class. They are the ones who stimulate the economy by contributing to it.
So you believe in trickle-down economics, like that's Reaganomics, and I don't believe fundamentally that works. I hear you, Kate, but I mean, I'm sorry. We haven't even heard a Donald Trump plan. I don't know what the Donald Trump plan is.
Look at during the Great Depression. Unfortunately, these one percenters get way too many tax cuts, but that's a different story. But, they contributed to the economy, and they
since we're going to debate it, Kate, I think the piece that a lot of people miss with the trickle-down economics part, in this era, this is just my opinion, is unless you're going to increase minimum wage, most people aren't getting good-paying jobs. Also, during the Great Depression, there was a 90% tax on the highest earners in the country. 90%.
And do you think Trump's going to do that?
And the taxes are only going to be raised on people making over $400,000.
But also property taxes are going up. So you speak of acquiring real estate, but how? Democrats want to increase tax, period. When
you gotta
the
have
minimum wages is going up,
you gotta have access to capital. Biden's plan for access to capital is much stronger than Trump's. For especially for first time home buyers. Thanks for your call, though.
Well, what we just heard, you just got to hear a nice call from someone who was duped into voting against their own interests.
You don't know that. I mean, she was talking about the market, so she may be in the market. She doesn't represent she may think she's in the middle class. There are people out here like that.
Oh, they consider themselves middle class.
They
but
consider themselves
money.
middle class, but they're making $250,000 a year, they have stocks market and 401k, and they think that that's middle class. It is technically, but there's more people below you. You're actually like in the top, probably 20-30% of the nation when you're in that bracket.
I think higher than that. Okay.
Let's go to Noel on line 2. Noel, who'd you vote for and why?
I voted for Joe Biden because I'm a Puerto Rican female teacher, and that's a trifecta. We've been treated so poorly by the Republican Party. There's absolutely no way I would ever vote against the Democrat, no matter who it was. I'm sorry.
And you believe just the way the Republicans have treated Puerto Rico and teachers?
Absolutely.
And women.
100%. And women.
And women. Thanks for your call, Noel.
Well said, Noel.
No
Thank
problem.
you.
Let's go to Brett on line 8. Brett, who'd you vote for and why? Early voting season, so getting a gauge of what the audience is feeling.
Taking our polls.
I voted for Trump.
Tell us why, Brett.
Why? Because Joe Biden's policy, I believe the Democratic Party hasn't done anything for the minority community. If you look, every Democratic ran city is ran into the ground. Okay, and
Not
I
true.
believe they're the biggest racist. Rosenberg, no, that's my opinion. Nobody asked me.
Your
Come on,
opinion
come
is
on.
factually false. And by the way,
Come
for
on,
the
Rosenberg,
record,
let
hold
him
on.
finish his thought, man.
For the record, when Trump says that every city's run by Democrat, they're all running to the ground. Just for the record, I got news for you. All major cities are run by Democrats. Every single one. Chicago, New York, San Francisco, Los Angeles, Houston, Dallas, they're all run by Democrats.
Look at California, New York, all the big cities. Everybody's moving out because of their policies. And on top of it, I think they're the biggest racists. Look at everything. All these sexual allegations have to do with Democrats. All these
Trump has 19 sexual assault allegations.
You
sir.
think? Wait.
My man.
Now let him talk, guys.
Sorry,
Come on, man.
Sorry, I'm trying.
Hear him out.
They go deeper than that. I believe if Biden gets into the office, he's not going to be pulling. There's going to be other people pulling the strings, like AOC. They want this socialist society that is not the American way.
Brett, what do you do for a living, sir?
I'm an elevator mechanic.
Elevator mechanic, and so you probably pull in a nice 120 a year.
That's high.
A little more, but you know,
A little bit more. Yeah, he's a part of a union. He's probably been a part of a union for a long time. You believe that Trump is pro-union?
And not that I said that he's pro-union, but I understand all that. But there's deeper than that. It's more to this country.
Isn't
I don't
Biden pro-union?
this society. That's the way it's going. If you have AOC and the other ones that are all talking this free stuff, free college, free this, free that, no, get out
Brett,
there. And work for it.
AOC is finishing her freshman term. She's not going to be running the White House next year. Okay, that's not how it works. They're not.
Can you let him have his little time?
He's had a long time, Ebro. How much wrong information are we going to let this man disseminate before I correct him? It's not going to happen.
Listen, gentlemen, have a nice night, man. Yo, Rosenberg, you're a sucker, bro. Seriously.
Really? You're the one who just voted against your own interest. You're the one who just did your own family wrong. You messed up. You're voting against the guy who supports unions that feed your pockets. You're a guy who supports unions. You're going against him. You're going against your own pocket.
But clearly,
Rosenberg, but
now
AOC.
Brett,
Gotta fear
Not the
AOC.
but you gotta
it's not the
but you gotta
American way.
understand people like Brett. He said multiple times that where the country's going, okay? And it's important that we unpack that because people are afraid of progress. They don't like the idea of change. They don't like the idea. They don't like new ideas. They don't like. Go ahead, Brett.
I'm all for change if it's in the right direction. With their policies, from what I see that they want to go, I don't like their policies. I don't think it's going in the right direction. I'm all for immigration. I'm all for that. You want to come in the right, the right way. Go to the proper channels.
But that's what Biden's for too, man. Brett, that's not anything that Biden's not for.
No, listen, bro. You're jumping off the topic. I'm just saying you're talking about change. I'm saying about change. I'm all for change. But from what I see from their agendas, I feel like they're going to a socialist agenda.
They marketed that very well.
That's
they
what Trump
marketed
says.
that very well. Biden is very. I'll just tell you, Brett. I know you cast your vote already, and as somebody who's participating out here, I think it's dope that you got out and voted early. That's real dope. I think some people have been duped into the marketing agenda. Biden is so not progressive. Like progressives hate Biden. That's the real hustle that happened. Is that the AOCs that people keep. She don't like Biden like that.
She
don't like
him.
Kamala like that.
No.
She accepted it because she knows, all right, I'm a Democrat, so I'm gonna go along with it. She don't like that guy. The progressives don't like that guy. You know why they don't like Biden? Because Biden is Republican light, keeping it 100. Fiscally speaking, Biden is Republican.
Well, but not
light.
the tax stuff, Ebro. That's not Republican light.
Well,
that huge tax numbers is very anti-Republican. I'm not saying you're wrong overall.
He's talking about 2%, and most of it is because there's things that need to be fixed.
Well, of course.
There's
but he
things
felt
that are broken that you have to pay for, and there are things that us with money have to pay for if we are going to make sure that we have a workforce that is prepared for the jobs of tomorrow. We have infrastructure. This stuff costs money. It costs money, so you're going to have to get the money from somewhere.
But Brett literally, you said it, Brett literally fell for Trump's marketing.
Yes.
When Trump gets up there and goes, he's being controlled by the socialists like AOC and Ilhan Omar.
Well, and it's easy to fall
false.
for it. It's easy to fall for it when you see brown faces. It's easy to fall for it when you see women. When you see women, you see Ilhan with her head wrap on, and you think Muslim and brown, and you see these things. It's easy. The same way they tried to use Barack's middle name against him. His middle name's Hussein, and people were like, "He's a Muslim." It was like, no, he's actually not. It's not at all. But they do that, and they get people. People get got. Let's go to Jeremy on line 4.
Hey, what's up?
Good morning, Jeremy. Who'd you vote for and why?
Good morning. I voted for Biden.
And why is that?
I voted for Biden because I feel like he'll do a lot more than Trump hasn't done anything, but he'll do a lot more than what we have as far as things that have been done. It strikes me odd that people keep on saying, I don't like the way that Trump is going, and I mean they keep blaming Joe Biden like he's in office. He hasn't been in office yet. So.
It's phenomenal. It's a good
really,
point.
It's
I
so
know
weird.
it's great.
One thing you guys, we all are going to have to accept is Trump and his team, they're master marketers. The spin
Right.
doctor is on, and people will fall for it. He's a great performer. He spins well. He causes chaos and confusion. And some people will see through it. Some people won't. Let's go to Jimmy. Line 3. Talking about voting. It's voting season. Who'd you vote for?
Voting week.
And why?
Hello.
Hello, Jimmy.
How are you doing today, guys?
Good. What's Jimmy short for?
Jimmy is short for Jiminique.
Jiminique.
Hi, Jiminique.
Yes.
Good morning,
Like
Jiminique.
Dominique, but Jiminique.
I like
Good morning,
Jimmy.
everyone. First, I want to thank you. I love it. I go by it. It's a nickname. I want to do good mornings real quick. Laura, oh, my God, congratulations on your baby, girl. I can't wait till it is delivered and healthy and happy. Ebro, you're literally a morning god. Like, I listen to you like you're my Bible. And Rosenberg, you're a straight savage. And I love the perspective you bring to the table.
Thanks.
Yo, she just broke down the whole show, man. We need, somebody make a promo out of that or something. Run it throughout the day so everybody else gets the
Yes,
program.
make a
You know what I mean?
promo. Yes.
Bring,
Thanks,
Jimmy. Jimmy, we're going to bring you on our marketing team. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, well, I would be more than excited for that.
Now, this is broke. This is broke in the morning. Now, we ain't got no money. We just, you know what I'm saying? It's all for love. We might give you a Hot
It's
97
all
match.
about love. What are you talking about?
Now, what a
It's all
twist
about
it would
the
be.
love.
What a twist it would be if after this whole setup, Jimmy hits us with,
Oh, she's voting for Trump.
no. Jimmy, who'd you vote for?
No, Jimmy, go.
Never. I voted for Biden, gladly.
And,
I went in there.
Tell us why.
I had to vote for Biden just simply because we can't forget what happened in 2016, 2015 when this man, Trump, came out the gate. He literally came out the gate spreading hate and rhetoric, negative rhetoric about Mexicans. And how can anybody still support that? That's our president. That is the leader of our free world. And he basically came out denouncing people of color from all different nationalities. I can't be a member of America. I can't be a citizen if that's who my leader is. And that's simply put. I've been hating this since 2016 from the moment he came in.
There it is. Jimmy with the mic drop.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Wake up, New York.
Hey, yo, wake up!
Ebro in the morning.
With Laura Stiles and Rosenberg. You dig?
Laura, isn't it crazy, though? All those calls, and I really enjoyed them, no one spoke about the fact that we are walking around with masks being crushed by a global pandemic.
That's
Like-
it. It's like people forget.
Like, we're used to it that our country mismanaged a pandemic
Well, I
and
don't-
we're worse off
I
than the
don't
rest
even
of
know-
the world.
I don't even know it. Well, we would have had. I believe we would have had masks on anyway. I hope, because the whole world did.
But maybe
the
not in
entire world.
October.
But maybe not this far. But we may have had them back on again. So that's presumptuous, right? Like now, I hope And I believe that, with other viruses that broke out, that maybe we would have had a better management system, better preparedness, and more of a clear protocol, right? A clear leadership and clear what to do, what's going to happen. And we wouldn't have had all of this, the president going at the disease specialists and and the doctors going at the president. And
the president politicized masks himself.
We wouldn't have had those things for sure.
But that's a huge thing.
No,
it
is. But I just want us to be clear. I think we still would have had masks.
Agreed.
But I don't think that's the argument, though, Ebro, because to me, what other country politicized masks like we did? To the point that people are walking around.
By the way, the UK is a disaster.
Right. Okay. Well, they have a leader like Trump.
Okay, so they can be in this sandwich with us. But it's just the most insane. When you really think about it, guys, it's so insane how people are out there risking their life and getting sick, by the way, and getting sick and dying. And still, how many people did we lose? And people still have the nerve to be like, freedom, don't wear the mask, be free.
And where does that come from? And that comes from Trump. That is from the current president. So I'm not saying we would have had this pandemic. Let me be clear. Joe Biden couldn't have avoided the whole thing. But, if you watch the Borat movie, in the scene with Mike Pence, what's the event called, Ebro? I think CPAC is the event.
Yeah.
Pence is speaking back in late January, early February, or late February, something like that. And he's celebrating, we only have one confirmed case. We're going to beat it. We're not going to be affected by this pandemic. They literally treated it like a game. They could have done something. They didn't, and they fought it tooth and nail. Trump wouldn't wear a mask. Guys, we're talking about midsummer. We'd all been wearing masks. All of us agreed with masks. Even people who are Trump people were like, I'm wearing a mask. But he wasn't. He was out there, nope, good. So we don't know how this would have played out for us. Maybe we could have all been back to normal had we in March, April gotten on board with a national mask mandate. It wouldn't have been that hard.